All right, so WNBA owners have officially left. The WNBA and players text message left on red. That's right. The players DM the owners on Instagram, and the message now says seen with no response. This is what happens when this is the definition of F around and find out. And now the players are finding out. And now it seems like they're trying to play victim and win over public perception once again. We got to break this down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things.
The WNBA is edging toward a full-blown crisis, and the fate of its biggest superstar, Caitlin Clark, is hanging by a thread. Leaked transcript reveals a shocking twist. Player leadership, already entrenched in a fierce CBA war, flat-out dismissed Clark's urgent push for compromise. And this battle isn't just about paychecks. It's a high-risk showdown that could trigger a league-wide lockout and strip players of international glory, including the Olympics. Insiders say the commissioner is furious as the league drifts towards self-destruction, threatening to shatter both its future and the Olympic aspirations of its brightest stars. The rapidly intensifying standoff paints a bleak outlook for the WNBA.
Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things. The clown show continues. The WNBA owners have had enough. Quite frankly, it's that simple. They've had enough of the back and forth. They did not even want to do a extension up to January 9th, and they stopped responding to these players more than 2 weeks ago. And Breanna Stewart made it seem like the conversation was still going on and all of this stuff. Now the players are talking about they want to negotiate in good faith. Why are they saying that? Because the owners do not feel that the players have been negotiating in good faith. Let's get into this article right.
The owners have officially reached their breaking point. New reports confirm they've walked away from the bargaining table entirely, leaving player messages unanswered for more than 2 weeks. This isn't just stalled progress, it's a total communication blackout. What began as tense back and forth has deteriorated into complete radio silence, signaling that the league's patience has run dry. Breanna Stewart once insisted negotiations were still alive, but now the truth is undeniable. The owners have exited the room and refused to extend the January 9th deadline. The players' hardened stance has pushed the relationship to the brink, marking a dramatic and unprecedented shift in the balance of power.
They're talking about they want to negotiate in good faith. Why are they saying that? Because the owners do not feel that the players have been negotiating in good faith. Let's get into this article right here on ESPN. WNBA CBA Q&A, Nneka Ogwumike, Napheesa Collier on standstill. Now you're about to listen to some ladies playing victim. That's what you are about to hear all throughout this. And then in this article where the interviewer asked them about what Caitlin Clark had to say about the compromise, they try to sweep it under the rug and act like it did not happen because they do not want to compromise on anything. They're not really trying to have a season.
Players, particularly Nneka Ogwumike and Lacia Clarendon, are now insisting they're ready to negotiate in good faith. But this sudden pivot only came after owners walked away entirely, raising serious doubts about their earlier tactics. League officials openly argued that players had never been bargaining in good faith to begin with. The hypocrisy is undeniable, pledging cooperation only once the other side has vanished from the table. It's a transparent attempt to salvage public perception after alienating the very group they needed to strike a deal with in the first place.
Compromise. They try to sweep it under the rug and act like it did not happen because they do not want to compromise on anything. They're not really trying to have a season, man. They got Unrivaled. They got Project B. These are complete conflicts of interest. I don't even know how they are sitting in the leadership seats at this point. Complete conflict of interest with all the stuff they have going on. Let's get right to it. It says on the eve of negotiating deadline for WNBA CBA collective bargaining agreement, WNBPA president and vice president Napheesa Collier told ESPN they are proud of the union's solidarity and vowed to keep working for it.
The true motivations behind the players' union's unyielding stance are now under serious scrutiny. Influential union leaders are tightly linked to outside ventures like Unrivaled and Project B, creating glaring conflicts of interest. These private business projects compete directly with the WNBA's own interests, fueling speculation that their priorities may stretch far beyond the collective welfare of the players they claim to represent. How can they maintain leadership roles when their external pursuits raise such obvious ethical red flags? This internal fracture is eroding the union's credibility and pouring gasoline on an already volatile dispute.
Reasonable proposals. You guys have asked for more than double of everything that they're talking about. 30% is league, 30% revenue, not happening. $10.5 million cap, not happening. So, whatever. Agumake said, Fee's right. I'm proud of how professional and patient we've been. What do you mean professional? Y'all was taking shots at the WNBA owners on Instagram. That wasn't professional. What are you talking about? Y'all been trying to win people over in public perception throughout the entire negotiation. What are you talking about? You guys been playing victim the whole time. Like, oh man. She said the progress that we've seen.
Player demands are being labeled as nothing short of outrageous, pushing the league toward financial catastrophe. Reports claim they're requesting more than double what the league considers viable, including a 30% revenue split and a staggering $10.5 million salary cap. According to internal financial assessments, adopting these proposals would shove the league nearly $700 million into the red, an unworkable scenario by any measure. Yet player negotiators continue to pitch these figures as fair and carefully considered. This glaring disconnect between player expectations and economic reality has become a massive sticking point, inflaming owner frustration and pushing the commissioner to her absolute breaking point.
What are you talking about? You guys been playing victim the whole time. Like, oh man. She said the progress that we've seen, or the lack thereof, does not match what the players have built for this league, and I'm just very grateful that our players continue to stay united. Our fight's been way more than about a paycheck or a headline and higher salaries. It's definitely for us to be well represented and valued in this upcoming agreement. Nafisa said, yeah, and then in the terms of what the negotiations are, it's been very upsetting and disappointing. Okay, victim now. You're upset and you're disappointed. The tone of the negotiations coming from the league is very dismissive.
Union leaders claim they simply want to meet somewhere in the middle, as has been done in previous CBAs. But that framing ignores a glaring reality. The owners have already warned that the current player proposal would drive the league $700 million into the red. That deal was never going to be accepted. Player representatives insist the real issue isn't the numbers, but the tone and process of negotiation itself. As Agumike argued, the league is operating with an outdated, by-the-book approach that no longer reflects what the modern WNBA has become. Top union figures publicly voiced frustration with the negotiation structure, pledging solidarity and demanding a transformational agreement. Yet their unwillingness to meet the league halfway tells a different story. While preaching patience and professionalism in interviews, their behavior on social media pushes a conflicting narrative, one engineered to seize public sympathy and shape perception. This performative unity conceals a deep resistance to genuine compromise, dragging the league into a stalemate that appears increasingly unsustainable.